So, we're making some progress here on that little job that I wanted to do. Come on, Big Bad John, let's go up there and look. So, I have to fit in a pretty small spot, but the turning radius on this tractor is absolutely insane. It is so good. Mostly because you can do that with the tires. Yep. You really can't really grasp how good the turning radius is on these things until you get on top of one. I'm still kind of impressed. I mean, I'm not sure I could get a car of equal size back here, even if traction wasn't an issue. But either way, we found some rocks. Check that out, huh? They're perfectly flat, so I better not break them because my wife has been looking and digging for these rocks for her little wall. So we're gonna try to take a special precaution against accidentally snapping one of those things in half with the bucket, so I may not touch them at all, in fact, until I get her out here so she can check it out. But you can kind of see, well, actually it doesn't seem to translate well into a 2D screen, but there's two pretty good piles of dirt right here and right there. Well, not dirt, D1 gravel. They're about 18 inches high, except for that one. That one's frickin' pyramid. Probably 4 bucket loads right there from my wheelbarrow. But yeah, we've managed to scrape off the top layer of D1. It went down 6 or 8 inches on average, I would say. I still got a bunch over there, and this is still completely undug, although it does seem to taper off as you get closer to the tree there, and on those stupid pots I'm gonna have to figure out how to get rid of. But up as you go that direction, I don't think it's been, I don't think any gravel was dumped there. We'll find out, but there's a lot of rocks that were poking through the surface, and initially I thought, well, I can fit between those trees, but by the time I do, that branch right there starts to get really close to the rocks, and so I tried to get a couple of bucket loads out of there, but it's all fist and head size rocks underneath that dirt. So we're probably gonna wait for Thursday for the hoe bucket to get here, and actually Thursday is virtually all day class for me, so I'm probably not going to get to it then. But Friday, if I get my quiz and weekly assignment done in one class and nothing else is imminently due that I haven't been tracking, we'll probably get out here Friday, and I will put that hoe bucket to use. I'm not 100% sure on the size, but just taking a wild guess, I'd say the hoe bucket that comes with the Artilian pallet fork frame is probably about 1 foot across, and it's got some reasonably aggressive teeth, so I don't see a problem. Not knowing anything about it, I don't see a problem, but I'm sure I'll find one. Yeah, we'll see if I can't dig down a little bit with that thing and see how much that changes kind of the tone of digging around here. I don't have a tooth bar on the bucket, so I'm using I think it's a 60-inch bucket against dirt and ground with roots and big rocks, so obviously I'm getting very close to nowhere. But this gravel's just laid on the surface, so I'm getting it and all the dirt that comes with it out. And of course, each time I get a load, I get a little less in each bucket, so we're getting to the point where I might go back inside and wait it out for either somebody to kind of help me move around in here, because it's a little stressful. I'm not too worried about the tractor really, because the ROPS are just solid. Obviously they have to be. But this branch right here, it goes all the way over there, and these trees, these oak trees that we have here, I know for sure that they don't handle a lot of movement on the branches. We actually had this beautiful limb on one of the entry area trees, and it was possibly a little thicker than this one, and it actually overarched our driveway like this, and that limb and 2 or 3 other ones that are really big kind of gave us like this this tree canopy that went over the driveway, and so it was always in shade no matter what time of day it was, and it was just beautiful. And it was one of the things that really sold me on this house. Obviously the rest of what sold me on the house is all these disgusting little structures out here, like that thing right there, which I'm going to lift off of the foundation there shortly. That's another job that I have to do because it's rotting, and it's not, the roof isn't all one piece, and that would probably be fine, but there's also giant holes in it, so it actually rains inside there. So that's why I got a boat over there. And Alaric, who's a good boy. Yes, you are, but you're way too close to the tractor, buddy. Of course, we're not moving, so that's okay. So that's kind of where we are here. It's just a beautiful day to be out on a tractor. And there's my goat slash chicken house. It was fully enclosed earlier this year, and we got a windstorm, I guess. It rained too, and it ripped, that's one section of the roof that I haven't taken apart yet. It ripped the roof off of this thing. So I went ahead and opened her back up, so now we've got kind of an opening along the fence, which the goats really like, and I'm going to close this section right here off. I've got another one of those T111 pieces, and some of them are up there, and there you can see there is no roof left on that thing. It picked it up and it threw it into the side of the shed and shredded one of the sides, the side that's facing us, kind of, sort of. And so I've collected some of that stuff, and the rest of it's under cover over there so it doesn't get wet. But I was kind of waiting on the tractor because I want to do a gimbal roof, and I've got all the pieces for it. But I wanted to use the tractor to kind of lift up one side, and then my brother and I could climb in there and pull the rest of the roof onto it, and so that's forthcoming as well. I've also got to four-side enclose that top because the chickens do not want to go in there at all. They want to be in their tree. They won't even go into that coop over there. They just won't do it. They like being in trees, and I hate that, and I'm almost 100% sure that's resulting in the loss of some of my chickens. So that's also on the list to do. And then I am going to put this thing right here, this section right here, back on. The goats weren't really enjoying it. I guess it was kind of stuffy in there compared to like sleeping out here under the stars. But as winter's coming, I'm going to cover this one up, and I'm probably going to cover this one up slightly and just let them have a single access point. And the roof on the second floor, kind of the roof of the first floor, and the floor there are actually done in very, very thick plywood, so I think it'll probably be fairly well insulated for them. Cold doesn't seem to bother them. They are goats, and this is we are very far south, so we don't even really get a winter. It's like a rainy season. So that's what we're doing today. Well, actually, we're probably going to go do database systems now. Fun.